And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute all my real ones. Yeah. Listen, champ, we got Pharrell and Jacob the Jeweler interview. Jupiter. I'm starting to pay attention to watches and stuff like that. I mean, I'll never really be a big fan of jewelry, but I figure, you know what I'm saying? Let's watch this video, see what it's about. We gonna get straight into it. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell, press those. Let's go.
Thing I want to say about my friend Pharrell, he's just genius to give this opportunity.
My friend Pharrell is only my friend because he gives me money for the jewelry that I sell.
Do this most of the time after their death, but this is genius to do this in a lifetime. This is museum pieces. This is museum jewelry. This should really be in museum. This is my history. It was I'm looking at these pieces and now remembering what happened at the time. Like 30 years worth of work, and every time something more interesting, every time something more exciting.
It's crazy. It's just I haven't ever seen it like this. This is a small portion of it. I mean, it's all gonna go. It's like a different era. It's the end of that era for me. New beginnings, new levels. The brain logo that Shepard Fairey made for us, it was just pushing those things.
He came to see me like 30 years ago. It was all about ideas and design.
30 years ago.
Would come to see me. And
it wasn't 30 because the Neptunes blew up what was it? With Nori from Drink Champs, and they made a song called Super Thug.
Or drawing.
That was like 98. I think it was 98. So that's like 24 years ago. I mean, 24, 30.
Colors. People, guys in his business, nobody knew what color stones.
You know what I'm saying?
Even play with his colors.
I see me walk into that place like, yo, all right, cool. I need to make sure that these chains are checked for their proper purity. Stack them up, back of the Camry, and we apply to this. I'm joking. Yo, is that a PSP and a BlackBerry?
And showing him and saying, okay, can we do this and make it like that and do this? And he never told me no. He always told me, okay, we'll figure it out. I felt like I had the relationship. He was my friend. We were doing things together. So that made me feel differently about the process.
He wasn't your friend, bro.
His friendship. And then we just kept growing, and I just kept having crazy ideas.
And since then he created over 100 people for makeup. So
I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was 100. He was smart because he was hearing about what I was doing in music, and he liked the ideas that I would challenge him with.
I used to go with him to the shows when he used to wear a lot of them in one shot. He used to get so much publicity, and people were screaming when they saw this jewelry on him. He was the first one. To wear it like this, he was the first one.
Oh, I was young, and it was really all about the flex.
Look at this. Astronaut. He was always into astronauts.
This is the symbol for BBC. And it's the astronaut's helmet because the whole thing was, the thesis was, let me do a clothing line and let the symbol be an astronaut's helmet, because if man can make it to the moon, then not only me, but my friends can make it out of the hood.
This is one of my favorite pieces of jewelry because this skateboard is actually rolling on the table.
It works, right?
Yeah, it's working, of course. And it has finest quality in yellow diamonds and finest quality of pink diamonds in the front.
Skateboard, I was like, skateboard P. At a time where hip hop was not really embracing skateboarding in that way because of a lot of what the media was pushing. I'll never forget arguing with the head of BET at the time, yo, what are you saying? We can't have skateboards and hoodies. What are you talking about? Those were real conversations. That's what made me just go, oh no, you know what I need? The yellow of yellows with the crazy multi-size stones everywhere.
The G-Shock watch. He was the first one to come to me and say,
hey, I want to redo a Casio watch. What? Yeah. Okay.
Can you reproduce this and make it in gold and diamonds?
Cool, we're gonna use the CNC machine. We're gonna get our best setters. Okay, but this time I want to do multi-sized Stones.
Yo, doing the G-Shocks.
Take this apart.
And actually making it gold.
The digital part inside the watch.
So that it turned that into a Bolex.
But we figured a way. We figured out the way to do it.
And it's crazy because after a while, you started seeing like all these like Casio bust downs everywhere. And it's like, you guys, come on. But it's fine, because at that point, he and I were just used to being copied all the time. So we just was like, whatever.
First of all, Pharrell is a trendsetter. Anything that me and Pharrell would create, we would get so many calls after. People openly would call me. I would like to make this jewelry exactly the same as Pharrell.
And then just so people would ever get it twisted, like, you know, my characters in the back. And for years, no one had ever seen that, you know? I'm gonna do oversized Cubans. At that time, I'm telling you, a Cuban was maybe a little smaller than that at the time. Late 90s, early 2000s. You wasn't seeing that. You definitely wasn't seeing no white gold. And so I saw Slick Rick came out and performed
with the rope chain
for BET. They brought him back. I'm so blown away that they brought Slick Rick back. I couldn't believe it. And in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the music industry now. Like, this is the guy I used to look up to. Never dreamt in a billion years I'd ever be doing anything like what he does. Oh shit. And at that time, I may have had a big catalog by then already. But I had completely forgotten the feeling of just being a person who never thought they would ever do music ever, and just being a fan. And when he performed, I just remember just always being in awe of his jewelry. Because he was doing that in the 80s. And I was like, right then and there, I think I called Jacob like after the show and I said, I know what I'm doing. We're gonna do big fucking Cubans. I'm gonna do a bunch of them, and I'm gonna do a big crazy Gucci link, because Slick Rick had a crazy Gucci link. He had a crazy Gucci link and he had a crazy rope. I was like, a bunch of them, by the way. I was like, but I'm gonna pave all the links.
What is pave?
He said, you're crazy. Okay, let's do it.
One of the most famous pieces we did, and the first chain I made for him was smaller than that. He came to me, he exchanged it. He traded in for bigger. He says, I need bigger piece. You know? First thing I did before I delivered to him, I would try it on myself, of course, to see how it fits and how it looks. You know, how it feels, the weight of it, if it sits right. And this whole thing, you know, all these beautiful items, this piece of jewelry still looks like brand new, even though it's like 20 or 20 plus years ago.
And I never forget, that was the first time anyone had ever seen anything pave like this, to this degree, with this quality. It wasn't 10 karat gold. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't 14. You know, I mean, we like and respect 14, but it wasn't that. We went there.
Nigo is a huge fan. So Nigo used to come to see me 20-something years ago.
Yo, did he just say nigga?
Nigo is a designer from Japan. Everybody
Yo, why you calling me a nigga for, bro?
Me pictures of Pharrell and say, can I have the same thing?
He would bring a folder, me and my jewelry, and it was like, okay, make me this. People don't know it, but Jacob is the one that introduced us. You know, Nigo wanted all the jewelry that I was making. He wanted to make the same thing, but then make it for me in yellow gold, and then also make it for me in white gold. Like, Nigo was like doing stuff.
And he was afraid to
what's up with Pharrell, bro?
Pharrell.
Why you calling that Asian man a nigga?
He was dying to meet Pharrell. And he said yes, that I'll meet him one day. And I introduced them, and they became partners. And
eventually we started Billionaire Boys Club together and Ice Cream together. And that's when I started like wearing bait when people didn't know what it was, you know? And we just went crazy.
There is something unique about Pharrell. He's gifted. He's just multi-talented man that was born like this, gifted by God.
This is Warren Buffett.
Oh snap, it's over. I'm like, yo, wait, what Warren Buffett got to do with this video, man? That's crazy. All right, well, you know, other than the part where they got like real racist towards the end, you know what I'm saying? I can't really can't really say that I was surprised by it. I wish they would have went more in depth with some of the pieces that they had on the table because they didn't cover them all. But yeah, man, we're gonna leave it there. Let me know what y'all thought about the video. Leave a comment in the comment section. My name is Reign. Catch you on the flip side. RC, peace of the way for it.